He didn't leave his wife, he left his covering. And what he ran to wasn't a woman, it was a walking coffin dressed in curves. You don't leave covenant and escape the consequence. He didn't just leave his wife, he walked away from his covering. She was the one who fasted while he failed, who stood in the gap when demons circled his mind. She was the oil bearer, the intercessor, the shield God planted beside him. She wasn't just a wife, she was a weapon. But he left the weapon at home and ran into the arms of a woman who only knew how to lay down, not stand in spiritual warfare. He chose softness over strength, lust over legacy, flesh over fire. But what he didn't realize is that he traded his covering for a coffin. Because the other woman wasn't sent by God, she was sent by the grave. Her presence was a trap. Her touch was a slow death. Her beauty was camouflage for a burial site. She didn't come to build, she came to bury. She buried his purpose. She buried his discernment. She buried his finances. She buried his favor. Because when a man steps out of covenant, he steps out of protection. And when he entertains counterfeit intimacy, he invites divine interruption. He left the one who covered his mind, covered his soul, and warred for his destiny, and crawled into the arms of someone who can't even cover herself. She can dress up, she can seduce, she can perform, but she can't protect him from judgment. She has no prayer life, no altar, no heaven backing her up, just emotional manipulation and perfume. But you can't perfume a grave. His wife, she was his intercession, his divine pairing, his covenant blessing, the firewall God put between him and destruction. But the other woman, she was the assignment of the enemy, decorated like a gift, but hollow like a casket. So now the choice is in the atmosphere, covering or coffin, covenant or counterfeit, fire or flirtation, life or loss. Let this be a warning. If you walk away from what God gave you, you might just walk into what the devil prepared for your funeral. Because every wife isn't just a woman, she's a covering. And every other woman isn't just a choice. Sometimes she's a coffin. Let the prophets rise. Let the righteous wives stand. Let the grave be exposed. Because this time, he won't get up from where he laid his mantle down. Let me say this with fire on my lips and heaven as my witness. You don't leave your intercessor and live in peace. You don't walk away from a woman God gave you and expect the devil to bless your rebellion. You don't trade an altar for an appetite and not invite judgment. His wife was a fortress, anointed, consecrated, chosen to cover his blind spots.